Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item. Current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Inter Podcast. Listen to the official Inter Podcast and relive the tales of the great number 10s who wrote Nerazzurri history. Search for 10 number 10s on the main podcast platforms, on the official app, and on inter.it.
Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings. Eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
You can watch Man City versus Liverpool on Now TV for just €10. So what's stopping you? Going shopping again? You're already on first-name basis with the sales assistant. A family party? Your Aunt Mary has seen you 4 times this week already. This is a cracking fixture. Don't let anything get in your way. To treat yourself to a Now TV Sky Sports Day Pass and watch the games that matter to you for just €10, search Now TV Football today. Content streamed via internet. Full terms at nowtv.com.
Quietly, a silhouette approaches me. A vision far too lovely to define. Yeah. Tenderly, you take complete control of me. The feminine seduction of body, soul, and mind. Yeah. Touch me and I feel your femininity. Girl, you're the lady women want to be. Softly you move when you're making love to me. Love me every night with feminine. A child of innocence is how you look at me. But it's the woman's touch that makes it feel so right. So right. Your lips consume my deepest sensitivity. It feels so good, it makes me wanna cry. Let me cry.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackest Show About Nothing. It's Jaden XD.
We stuck in the 90s. Or was that the 2000s?
That was the 90s.
Okay.
How are you?
Well, since our whole episode is based on how I am.
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, welcome to the Blackest Show About Nothing. I'm XD.
I'm Jade, Señorita Problematica Favorita.
Oh, yeah.
A.K.A. your mom, A.K.A. Noah's former apartment, A.K.A. Mexican Taliban Jade.
Yeah, I'm XD, Chuck D of homosexuality, a.k.a. homo without a pause, a.k.a. gay Z, a.k.a. fagnificent, a.k.a. the gay if you white, because nigga we what?
All got paid.
A.k.a. Mr. 90%, because every day should have at least 19% of me. Barbara Streisand, people who need people. A.k.a. I'm every woman, because every woman is all in me, and a.k.a. Brett Quanda, because if I can't reach the base, get that dick out my face. How was your week? How was your Kend?
Oh. Back to this bullshit. Just left.
No, because you ruined my weekend, and I'm going to tell you why.
Me?
Yes. So you know I live in New York City, and you know I live in Brooklyn, and you know which neighborhood I live in, so you know it is densely populated with that fucking ambulance sound. So all I heard all weekend, because it was relatively warm, so of course there were sirens.
Yeah, because niggas don't know how to act when it gets hot.
At all. And of course, the whole time I'm like, Bookie, woodbine. shout out to the friend zone who mentioned that joke today or this week. But yeah, how was your Kend?
Overall, it was very good. Shout out to Cal State. Shout out to Fred and the whole gang who showed so much love by having Kia and I for the Women and Femmes of Color Conference. Everybody showed so much love, and they seemed to really, really enjoy it. So we're glad that it turned out well.
Good.
And yes, I have many stories from the weekend, but I'll wait to share them with you all because this episode is the Sisters Grimm. It is just an episode of stories. But how was your week?
Shut up!
How was your weekend? Your weekend. Say it with me.
I had a cool Kend. I did a lot of work for the webinar that's coming up. I do want people to know, there's tickets available. It's a very laid back webinar. Trust me, you're gonna have to take notes because
you can attend in your panties.
Yeah,
in your penny drawers.
I'm doing a lot of talking and not a lot of like PowerPoint stuff. Mm-hmm. I want to actually engage and talk because a lot of times PowerPoint stuff is, boring and drown out, and it sounds like I'm reading from the thing, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So
right.
It's going to be a discussion.
Amen.
Tickets in the description box wherever you're listening.
Sure live. Oh, and if you're in Atlanta,
tomorrow.
No, Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
November 11th.
With
still tickets available, but they are selling out. Kia and I will be in Atlanta at the 444 Theater for Getting Grown Live ATL edition with Dr. Joy from Therapy for Black Girls. So we're going to talk about mental health and wellness and how to take care of yourself and treat yourself well as a Black woman.
Awesome.
And or person.
Right. What else do we need to share? Well, I guess we talked about this on social media, and I guess we could address it here. So, Jade and I, we belong to a network, and we don't necessarily compared to our other friends, it's a different network, and they answer to different people, and we answer to a different people on this side. So the network, the Napa know-how and all that good stuff, that's put in, and we don't know what's happening.
Right.
So we heard and know, and thank you all for letting us know about the ads that were being aired that do not align with this show or Jade or my views.
Hell no.
So we addressed it with our network, and they were very apologetic, and they explained that it wasn't something that they agreed to. And so they have removed one by one the tracks that they put in the thing to load into our thing. But thank you all for letting us know. We keep it trill on this side, and we not something we would, as problematic as we both can be. That's not something we want to have representing our show.
Hell no.
So,
fuck y'all. You are not welcome over here. We don't have nothing to do with that.
No Fox News. No.
Like,
not
you
at
keep
all.
that shit where? Over there.
1 2 1 2. My dog is bigger than hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip. It's bigger than hip hop, hip.
Is there any more announcements? Oh, and again, a lot of you asked about where you can listen to us. I know Google Play has stopped updating our feed. That has nothing to do with us on our end. We do what we can. That is just Google Play. It's happened to a couple of other people too. But we will be moving to Spotify and a whole bunch of other places in January.
Tidal and all that, so you don't have to worry about all that.
Right. I'm trying.
But you can listen in the Spreaker app. which is pretty clean and handy to use. So if you're having any issues, try the Spreaker app. It's actually a pretty good one. And then after that, go ahead and head on over to that Tidal or that Spotify, because that's where I be.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, all that.
So we have new merch. If you haven't seen, first of all, shout out to you all who bought merch in that first hour.
Did
I am humbled, and I was like, oh my.
Yeah, y'all came out to support.
Right. And it looks like you guys really like the merchandise. Shout out to Chris Created, who redid our merchandise. It was both.
My boo.
Some of them are Chris Created, and some of the designs are Mark's.
Yes.
Who we both love.
So much.
So Chris Created, we do have an ad with him. If you go to chriscreated.co, you get 10% off your total order when you mention us.
The CO, not com.
Right, and Chris Created does every type of creative service you can think of. He also is the person behind the Freeish account on Instagram.
Oh, yes.
Someone had sent me a post from Freeish, and they were like, you know them? I was like, mm-hmm. Very well.
Slightly.
Yeah, you never know. So anyway, hey everybody, so it's November, and our favorite time is coming up. I'm talking about the
beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, hams, hogs, moss, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, turkey, rabbits, you name it! Yes, we're talking about Thanksgiving. I am looking forward to my yams and mac and cheese and buffalo mac and cheese and collard greens and dressing with gravy and cranberry sauce and turkey and ham and fish and peach cobbler, sweet potato pie. But do you know what I'm not looking forward to?
What?
The holiday pounce.
Oh, God, I know, the ghetto. But luckily, we have Beachbody On Demand.
Yep, it's such an easy-to-use streaming service that provides instant access to a great variety of top-tier workouts. And the best part, you get to do it from the comfort of your own crib.
Mm-hmm.
So I love Beachbody On Demand because it features all the workouts that folks try to go after, such as P90X, Insanity, T25, and Hip Hop Abs. And as a matter of fact, I was doing Hip Hop Abs this past week, and Noah kept doing the shoot, when I turned on the black boy JB.
Yeah, I love her so much. But yes, my favorite is T25, and it actually features one of my fave body inspos. You know that superhuman Asian woman who is just like an entire total beast when she works out with Shanti? Because, it's like Shanti, then there's her. And it's Tania Barron. And she's always so focused and so into it. And she's a great challenge to try and keep up with.
And to make things even more fun, you get to do it all at your own convenience. There's workouts and programs available that start at just 10 minutes and don't even require extra equipment to complete. And you know what we stand. Convenience.
Mm-hmm. You know it. And you also get to access the platform anytime and anywhere. And plus, they have an amazing support community too.
We really could go on for hours, but we'd rather you just join the fitness journeys because listeners of Jade and XD can try Beachbody On Demand for free. Yes, that's a 5-finger discount.
Right now, our listeners can get a special free trial membership, including their new 14-day results plan where you can lose up to 9 pounds in the first 2 weeks when you text Jade to 303030. You will get full access to this entire platform for free. All the workouts, the nutrition information, the results plan to get you super fast results and support totally free. Again, just text Jade, that's JADE, to 303030.
Bang.
Yeah, but let's take a break and we'll be back with more Jade and XD. So, today we're talking about stuff. So think of this as a phone conversation or a FaceTime call between Jade and myself.
That's essentially what it is, yes.
So
we about to catch up.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. So anyway, girl, I got so I've been watching The Good Place.
Okay.
And I've made it to season 2.
So you saw the plot twist at season 1.
Yes, I was not. Spoiler alert. So if I'm not putting no timestamp in the description. You just la 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 la. I'm not listening. La 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 la. There you go. I was not expecting that. Like I figured like I couldn't figure out what was happening. I figured like they would figure out that she's not supposed to be there, and then like they would do something to send her to hell. Excuse me, or the bad place. But I did not expect, because as soon as Ted Danson did that evil laugh, I said, "Bitch."
They was already in the bad place.
Right. That's a lit ass bad place, though. Not gonna lie to you. Yes, torture me with other people.
Sure, why not?
Right.
Like, I get to eat unlimited frozen yogurt.
Right.
I'm cool.
Right. I'm cool. Flying shrimp. Don't let me have a.
Nigga, get some tongs real quick. That's mine.
Right. Gotta catch them all.
Should've been quicker than that. Shrimp.
Right. Gotta catch them all.
I would have been like Forrest when he took all that money and got that shrimp boat.
You know, I thought about that today, and I thought about how Forrest Gump made.
We begin today's meditation with a few sipping exercises to remind us a little treat can go a long way. So pick up your McCafe iced coffees, close your eyes, and deep sip in. And deep satisfaction out.
Take a treat retreat at McDonald's. Right now, get a McCafe iced coffee in any size and any flavor for just 99 cents until 11 a.m. Price of participation may vary.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
Have been racist and we weren't sure.
He wasn't.
You know,
I rewatched the movie on the plane.
Oh,
because it's one of my favorites.
I stand Forrest Gump, but I've been trying to figure out all angles of how. I don't know. Was he racist?
No, he wasn't actually.
That's a surprise.
Because
I feel like his mother was though. Because I mean, they were from what, Greensboro?
They were from Alabama.
Yeah,
Alabama. And so they're from Biloxi, Mississippi. Couldn't help it. So, I don't think he was racist. Now, what I couldn't figure out is if the mother was quietly racist.
Yeah.
But
because she was fucking the doctor that looked like Ross Perot.
Him, and then she had black, like help in the house and like all of that. But
they lived on a plantation,
right? And it was, I feel like somebody said "color boy" at one point or something like that. But
that's when he was on the football team. Because remember, I feel like he always had an ethnic friend.
He did. That's why I'm saying Forrest wasn't racist. Like, this is why I hate this expression, but Forrest didn't see color. He just didn't see nothing. Yeah. It was just like, you want to be my friend, I'm going to be your friend.
Yeah.
And so the only thing he saw was Jenny.
Jenny. Why don't you love me? Jenny.
It's like, it's bad luck for a boat not to have a name. So I named it the prettiest name I could think of. Jenny.
Jenny, 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 Jenny.
Oh, Jenny. It took me forever to watch House of Cards, like, to actually, like, get into Claire, because I was like, that's that bitch Jenny from Forrest Gump.
I still haven't watched it.
No, I'm talking about in general, like, House of Cards.
Yes, but she was a totally different character.
Well, yes, I get that, but it, still, I'm like, I know who you is, and I know who you ain't. Because you
used my guy.
Yeah, you used him.
After you lived your life, you knew he was a good man. You knew he loved you, and you knew he was always going to be loyal to you. Mm-hmm. So after you went out there and lived all that life, and took all them drugs, and got sick.
Mm-hmm.
She's sick.
Yeah.
After you got sick,
and she knew that he was going to take care of her.
She knew
and that son that was not his.
Remember when she ghosted him?
She did
In the morning.
She did, just left, and he was hurt.
It's moaning.
My nigga Forrest was gone.
But Forrest Gump, and lived the most fascinating life. This nigga was, even though I loved the movie, after I watched it again, I was like, damn, this nigga was lucky as shit.
Yeah. He was a part of everything.
But he was good apart.
Yeah.
He was good apart. Because you know how we feel in a part ass nigga.
Niggas always trying to be a part. Anyway, back to The Good Place.
Yes.
I'm up to the part where Janet has found her nigga. Or she made her a nigga.
Uh-huh.
Goals.
I mean,
Big mood. Yeah. Jade can't say it right now, but she's blinking twice for yes.
Tristan's gonna listen to this and be like, "Oh, were you? No, baby. Nah, come on now."
But first of all, I was like, please don't let Eleanor and Chidi bone, and then all of a sudden we see that video when they were in the middle place and they had bone hella times already, and I was
middle place was hilarious.
Did you bring any coke?
Did you bring any coke? All I ask for is coke.
It's like, Janet, can you call me a train and a kilo?
And a kilo of cocaine.
She said, here you go. It was a whole brick, and I was like, miss.
She was like, oh, she was so hyped. All that coke. She really is every white woman in Ohio.
Janet is my favorite character on the show.
Janet's funny.
Because she was just like, I'm not human. Hi, I'm broken.
I'm not human.
Yeah.
Wait, when they have to kill Janet.
Yes. Every time they have to kill Janet.
She's like, it's just a mechanism so that you think if you really have to do it. She's like, no, please think about my baby.
Yeah. It's yours. And Michael was like, what? What?
I was like, this show is so morbidly hilarious. No, please, I've got kids and a husband at home. And it's like, God, we're just cracking up.
He's like, no, I don't. I'm just doing it. Every time. It's hilarious.
It is.
And then, and they make, black Twitter jokes.
Yeah.
When...
You're basic.
Yeah. Or when Eleanor was trolling her boyfriend and said she's going to listen to R. Kelly.
And Roman
Polanski movies.
She's like, you're basic. Any other white girl.
How she breaks up with every guy. She's like, well, that's it.
And her false sense of confidence.
Yeah.
She'll be like, of course every ex misses me. I'm hot.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, man.
Yeah, get high on your own supply.
You better. But no, The Good Place is good as shit. If you haven't gotten into it, get into it.
In this place, worried I was gonna get caught. But if we go down right now, that's on you, okay? Oh, you spend all your time teaching a charming, awesome lady. How sad for you. Face it, dude. I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. Because guess what, Chidi? You basic.
Since we're on TV. So yes, I watched Red Table Talk with Jada and Leah.
Mm-hmm.
They hyped it up to be way more than it was. First of all, it was a 20-minute episode.
Yeah, they're all 20-something minutes.
But I thought it was going to be a part 1, part 2. Nah, it was just that flat. Essentially, Jada was talking about how they have beef because Leah put Jada in the book. In Leah's book.
Uh-huh.
And they said how they were at a party. And they were at Tom Cruise's house, and they were randomly playing hide and go seek and stuff. And then Jada went on Watch What Happens Live, and she was like, no, our kids were playing together. And everybody, the parents were playing with the kids. It wasn't like that.
It's weird, though.
And then, because, Tom and Will are friends. What movie were they in? Independent? No. They were in a movie, right?
I don't know. I don't think so. Not that I can remember. Let me just Google it. Hey, girl.
Yeah, who was at Independence Day? It was him, right? It was
was Tom Cruise and Mr. Peanut Butter. Because
you started it.
I didn't start it, but I did go so that I could cross-reference. And I said, well, this nigga was spot on.
Yeah.
In a movie.
I like how you Google search just the way you talk. Like,
nope.
They've never been in a film together?
Wait, Collateral? No, that's Jamie Foxx. Tom Cruise been in a movie with Jada. He ain't never been in a movie with Will.
What movie was she in with Jada?
Collateral? Wait, yeah, Collateral.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, never saw that. But nope,
but
they
I
have
don't
not.
really watch Tom Cruise movies.
I don't either. I'm not a fan.
Like, the only time he's ever really did really
don't
good
at
was
me
in,
either.
only time he was ever really good was in that movie Magnolia. That was great.
I never saw it.
Ooh, that is a movie. It is wild.
Wouldn't know.
Julianne Moore's in it. She's
The
my
white
other
lady with
queen.
the super pink nipples.
Yeah, and the red hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's my other queen. She's top there. It's like Meryl.
Sorry, y'all.
It's like Meryl. Who's my other favorite white lady? Sally Field.
Oh, I love me a Sally Field. I love me a Sally Field.
Yes.
Mrs. Doubtfire, that is my shit.
Malin on fucking Still Magnolias did that.
Lord, I wish I could understand. No. It's not supposed to happen this way. I'm supposed to go first. I've always been ready to go first. I don't think I can take this. I don't think I can take it.
Never saw that, but
you never saw Still Magnolias?
You know.
If you like fried green tomatoes, then I could.
I might.
It's so good. Julia Roberts is in it. Dolly Parton. Daryl Hannah. I had to just remember if I liked Daryl Hannah. Yeah, we do. She's not problematic, right?
I don't think so. Not that I know of offhand. I don't really know much about Daryl Hannah.
Yeah.
But I do love a Sally Fields. Julia Roberts on All Them Teeth. She's cool. She ain't ever done nothing problematic.
Yeah, she ain't never done nothing to me.
All right, maybe I'll give it a go one day when I'm in my feelings.
Yeah. So tell me about your trip, the real story about your trip.
Okay. Let me tell y'all about how the first 24 hours of Los Angeles had me fucked up. It all started with a plane ride. Now, I know that I have stories of altercations and so forth and so on, but let me put this disclaimer out there. I don't like to fight people, and I really do try my best to diffuse a situation before I just jump down somebody's throat. Sometimes I just don't have the energy. So, I'm on a Delta flight, and I have this, this cool dude sitting next to me and this middle-aged white woman sitting in front of me, the seat in front of me. So she, when it came time where you can put your seat back, she puts her seat back, and it's in my lap. So I said, "Excuse me, miss, you mind moving up just a little bit because you're in my lap?" She's like, "Well, I can't move up because they're in..." I was like, all right, you know what? I can't even talk to nobody like you, so... cool. Put my headphones on. Flight attendant comes over and he's like, "Is everything okay?" I was like, I asked her just to move the seat up a little bit because it's on my knees. I was like, but she had a freak out. So he was like, "Well, unfortunately, every customer has the right to put their seat back, to the capacity that it will go." I was like, all right, bet. I'm not saying, I deaded this shit already. So, I'm cool. Put my headphones back on. About half an hour later, I'm half asleep, half watching Forrest Gump. And I feel a tap, 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 tap on my leg. So I open my eyes and take my headphones off. And I say, "Yes, it's the lady in front of me. You're hitting the back of my seat." So I busted out laughing. I was like, "You can't be serious. All right, okay." And I put my headphones back on. I was like, I'm not even entertaining this bullshit because this lady's nuts.
Right.
The way she was ordering her drinks from the flight attendants, like she was just, something about her was off.
White people, wow.
Yeah, but this particular, she was just like a special kind of special. So I was like, I busted out laughing and put my headphones back on. Like, I'm not even entertaining you, bitch. Half an hour later, tap, 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 tap. I snatched my headphones off. I said, what? You're hitting the back of my seat. I said, I already fucking told you to get your seat on my goddamn lap. I was like, you're about giving me head at this point. I was like, if you don't want me to hit the back of your seat, then get your shit off my knees. Put my headphones back on. Like, god damn, this bitch is getting on my nerves. So then, like, I fall asleep in a good sleep. But I'm awaken, whatever, because this bitch and her husband are up swapping the laptop back and forth, getting things out of bags when the seatbelt sign goes off, fraternizing with each other in the aisles. Like, it's just wild annoying. But yet and still, I don't say anything because, as Blackish pointed out, as a point to white people, if you are uncomfortable and not in danger, then it is most appropriate most of the time to keep your mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
Not in danger. I'm just irritated. So, mind my business. Seatbelt sign goes back on. He goes back to his seat. I go back to sleep. Tap, 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 tap. I snatched my headphones off so quickly from watching the movie that I broke them. I said, if you touch me one more motherfucking time, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you on this fucking airplane. I was like, I'm so tired of you. I was like, I have never encountered anybody so goddamn annoying in my whole fucking life. I was like, don't tell me nothing else about me hitting the back of your goddamn seat when you should have got your seat out my motherfucking lap. Now again, touch me one more motherfucking time. Oh, and I was like, I said, I've never had to yell at... I did a Tyra. I was like, I've never had to yell at anybody on a fucking airplane before. God damn, you took me there. So she jumps back like a frightened white woman. Stands up, goes back to her husband, and they swap seats. He comes back to the seat. He don't look at me. He don't say nothing for the rest of the flight. Like 15 minutes after he comes and he sits down, a flight attendant comes over. Was there an issue? I said, yeah, there was an issue. That lady who was sitting in front of me, this nigga's wife right here, she tapped me. Like, she poked me like 4 different times. I was like, I don't have time for it. And she was like, okay. So she walks away.
And it's always like, what are you going to do in that situation? Like you're putting yourself, okay, fine.
Okay, so she walks away. We land. Fran and Crystal are ahead of me, so they get off the plane. They're waiting in the gate. Another coworker of mine just happened to be, another Spike employee just happened to be on the flight, so he sees me. I come out of the thing, and 2 Delta agents approach me. Can we talk to you for a minute?
Not police or anything, but Delta
2 Delta agents. So I busted out laughing. I said, you've got to be motherfucking kidding me. I was like, come on, what's up? So they're like, we just want to hear your side of the story of what happened on the flight. I said, what happened on the flight? I'm sleeping, minding my black ass business. I was like, I asked this lady to please. It's stuttering. So I bust out laughing. I'm like, I was minding my business. I asked this lady to please get her seat out the lap. Just move it up a little bit. I told them the whole story. And I was like, and I let her know if she touched me one more time, it was going to be a problem. Well, we heard some other words were exchanged. I said, there weren't no words exchanged. I was like, I gave them like a gift. I told her if she touched me again, I was going to smack the shit out of her. They were like, well, the next time Maybe you won't. And then this lady is getting off the plane and walks past me with her nose in the air like, that's right, little black bitch, you're talking to the Delta agents and I'm still going. And I was hot in that moment. I was like, you all didn't motherfucking see that? I was like, see, this is the problem with white women. And one of these agents I was talking to was a white woman, and I did not care. I was like, this is the problem with white women. You all antagonize me and pinch me up under the table, and then when I finally react after I've asked you to stop on a number of occasions, I look like I'm out of control. I was like, that's motherfucking annoying. I was like, and it's stupid, and it's not right. I was like, so now this bitch just walked past me with her nose in the air. I'm sitting here talking to you two motherfuckers. I was like, and I have to go downstairs and get my bags. I got people over there waiting for me. I was like, this shit is stupid. My seatmate gets off the plane. He comes over and walks straight up to the agents and goes, she didn't do nothing. That lady in front of her touched her mad times. Like, this is stupid. And they were like, okay, you were sitting next to her? He goes, yeah, I saw the whole thing. So they were like, okay, well, we just wanted to get you. I said, you know what? I'm really tired of this. I was like, I don't even want to talk to you all anymore. I was like, I got 3 more Delta flights scheduled for the next 3 weeks. You want me to cancel them? No, we're not saying that. We want to get your side of the story. We don't want you to be upset. I said, I'm already motherfucking upset. I'm already upset. I was like, because you're wasting my goddamn time over somebody who started some shit with me. I said, after I asked the lady to move her seat up, which, by the way, I asked her with my mouth and not my hands. I was like, after I asked her to move her seat up and I was told what the policy was, I deaded that shit. I never said another fucking word to her. I never said anything to the flight attendant. I never did anything. I was like, but still, I'm standing here wasting my time talking to you. And they were like, well, you can just go ahead about your business. I said, I'm going to file a formal complaint. Fuck your day. The rest of it.
Can I get yeah, trick. Get out my face. 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 Get out my face.
So then.
There's more.
Oh, I said the first 24 hours of being in LA. So then, so Fran and Crystal are waiting on me. They're like, what happened? So in this moment, I'm hot and I'm telling them, and we're walking towards the baggage claim, get on the escalator. We're still talking. I'm still telling them the story. A white woman about 4 steps down with the blondest of hair and the biggest fucking wedding ring turns around while she's on her iPhone. So all of us are like, can we help you with something? Because she looking us dead in the face. Well, it was a little loud, and I heard somebody scream. So Crystal's like, bitch, this is an airport. Like, what are you doing right now? This is a public place. And I was like, at that moment, I'm hot. And when I get hot, I don't have no more words for you. I was like, turn the fuck around. Nobody's motherfucking talking to you. So she's like, excuse me? And I was like, I'm so goddamn tired of white women today. I was like, you all don't know how to mind your fucking business. And she's like, are you threatening me? So I said, oh no, I wasn't, but I can be. I started making my way down the escalator. And that's when Fran and Crystal grabbed me and told me that it's a felony to fight in the airport. So I was like, all right.
I could have told you that because remember my run-in at the airport.
Right.
Yep.
So come to find out, her husband is down there waiting for her. It looks like she gets into a lot of shit with a lot of people because he did that nigga walk away like, here this bitch goes again. But he also had slicked hair, a navy blazer, and baggy khaki pants and some boat shoes. So that shows you the type of person he was. And so I was like, yeah, walk away, bitch. Walk away. Follow your nigga with the baggy khakis. I was like, follow your nigga with the baggy khakis because you don't want it with me right now. So then I turned around and looked for the bitch on the flight, but I never found her. So that was all of that.
Oh my gosh.
And then we check in and our house is amazing and we have an amazing view and you know what I'm saying? Everything's all good. We get ready. You know, we hanging out as girls, order food, get ready for the conference the next morning. We're on our way to the conference. The conference goes really, really well. And then we decide we're going to go eat. So we're like, all right, we go eat. And we said, we're going to go to the beach. Let's stop at the Whole Foods across the street. So me and Nikki have to pee. Crystal and other Nikki are going to find flip-flops. And Fran's going in Whole Foods to Fran.
Yeah.
So me and Nikki are coming out the bathroom. My phone rings, and Crystal's like, is Nikki there? So I was like, yeah, what's up? Here. So next thing I know, my girl gets hot. and storms towards the parking lot. So I'm like trotting behind her like, what the fuck happened? That's when she's met at the door by our other friends, and they're like, oh, so, and they're trying to explain what's going on. Nikki's storming towards our rental car. So this fat white man who looks like David the Gnome, pregnant, greets us. And he starts, going off. You hit my car when you parked your car. We were like, what? So Nikki's pissed, so she's cussing him out. So we're trying to hold her back. Like, so I step up to try to defuse. I'm like, what's going on? I was like, first of all, calm down. Calm your fucking family down in your car right now, screaming out the window. Because I'm trying to calm her down. I'm like, so don't, calm your family down right now. And let's talk about this. What happened? She bumped my car when she parked in the parking space and pushed my car into the parking lot. I said, sir, there's no earthly way that could have happened because the car vibrates if you get too close to something. I was like, that's first. Second, it beeps if you touch something. And third, there were 7 women in this car and nobody felt her hit a thing. Like, she didn't hit your car. So in this moment, Nikki's still screaming. She's pissed. His kids are screaming at the car. So I finally have to address this teenager because she's calling her all kinds of bitches. I'm like, girl, get the fuck back in the car because I'm going to let her go. And that you're not helping the situation. So she calms her ass down. Then a white man drives up in a Range Rover. I think that's about to be a problem. But he actually came to us and was like, are you all right? Cool. Still trying to talk to Fat David the Gnome, and he's just being completely unreasonable. So at that point, I'm like, you know what? Do what you gotta do, my nigga. Like, take the license plate, do what you gotta do. And he's like, I did. I took the license plate number. I was like, cool, go on about your business then. Like, get your family out of here and go, because now you're starting to piss me off. And then a white woman walks up to us and says, I saw the entire thing, and here's my name and my phone number. If the insurance company needs to talk to me, I have no problem letting them know you all didn't hit anybody. What happened was this poor white man saw 7 black girls get out of a Suburban and decided he was getting ready to cry wolf. And it wasn't going to happen because you had the wrong 7. So that was all that. And then we went to the beach, and that was great. And we frolicked and then walked over to the pier, and I got stung in the face by a bee. 2 days later, my eye swelled up like Forrest Whitaker. It was drooping and saggy and thick. Because this bitch ass bee stung me in the face. And if I hear one more person tell me that the bees are in danger, I already know that. So if you are in danger, then stay away from my face! And that was how the first 24 hours of Los Angeles had me fucked up. And then after that, it was a great trip.
Wu-Tang Killer Bees, we on a swarm. 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 The buzzer, the chuzzer, all going fast and it's back to the
I definitely was going to tell you that the bees are in danger.
Fuck you and them bees. Fuck you and them bees.
I had in that millisecond, I had a whole speech prepared about how
I don't want to hear. You're going to be like the 17th person to tell me that the bees are in danger. What the fuck does that have to do with me getting stung in the face? I didn't ask for that shit. I didn't try to kill that little nigga. I just wanted him away from me. He planted his ass on my face. So much so that the stinger, my homegirl Shariel had to pull the stinger out of my face. Like, she literally, they saw her pulling. They were like, oh, bitch, we saw the stinger sticking out of your face. Yeah, nigga, you see this? You see all of that texture right there? That's where I got stung. And then all this swole up. Yeah.
It's like cranes in the sky.
Is it? Nigga, it's more like mad.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's take a break, and we'll be back after these messages. And we're back.
So, do you have a signature scent?
I do, actually. As of late, I've been into Amber by Elisire.
Ooh.
And I really like woodsy and warm scents, and I've received so many compliments, darling. Why do you ask?
Well, you know, it's almost gift-giving time. And I absolutely love when Tristan smells good. I figured I'd spend some time trying to find a new signature scent for him, but it's a little hard, and I know you have expensive tastes. You're bougie.
Well,
You're bougie.
That's why there's Scentbird.com, a luxury fragrance subscription service that takes a lot of the extra work away from needing to go out and find your perfect scent.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, so Scentbird.com has over like 450 design brands for you to choose, such as Chanel and Tom Ford, and you get to try the brands you want, and it's all real deal. It's like, I mean, these are amazing scents that will have heads turning and maybe even some draws dropping.
Hey, you know I love a panty dropper. Real. So you get to choose a perfume or cologne of your choice, and what? You get it every 30 days? Are they full size? So what's the catch?
Yeah, so there's no catch at all. You know the doll likes frills and thrills. And so you sign on and you choose the scent that you like and you receive for the month, and they send it straight to your doorstep with free shipping. It's like my personal treat that ensures I always smell absolutely stunning. And it's like, it comes in this little tube, and so you don't have to commit to a full bottle.
Love it. I'm always looking for a way to skip the department stores, especially around this time, because I am not in the mood to throw my bows, okay?
Right, no one has time for that. And that's why I use Scentbird.com. With this exclusive offer, you'll get 50% off your first month today. That's only $7.50 for your first cologne.
$7.50?
That's scentbird.com/JXD, and use our code JXD for 50% off your first month. scentbird.com/JXD. Sign on and smell great. Anywho, we're back telling, just catching up and the like.
So what happened with you? What's up with you?
I went to Brooklyn Museum this weekend.
Oh, okay.
And I meant to tell this story earlier when I was talking about The Good Place, because I had a point with why I mentioned The Good Place.
Okay.
So, of course, there's this plot twist that, they're actually in hell.
Right.
That I low-key am beginning to think that Earth is really hell. So...
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll tell you why. So, we go every time I go to the museum, it's always a good time. Always a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, I was trolled.
Uh-oh.
I walk in.
The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'. The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'.
And guess what's happening on stage?
Spoken word.
Yes.
Yes!
Oh, God. First of all, this was all Brandon's idea to go anyway. Brandon is here, too. It was all your fucking idea to go. Because I was going to stay my black ass home and watch. And that didn't happen. Because even at the Negro portion... and that's another... Let me get to the story. So anyway, I walk in, it is spoken word, and it's good spoken word, like Love Jones spoken word, which meant it was awful. I wanted to gouge my eyes out. Oh, God, kill me.
Let me be the right eyeglass in your frame.
No. Choke, die, burn, crawl.
I'm your beanie on a cold day.
The get OUT.
the scarf
out.
around your neck.
No.
No pneumonia over here.
Oh my
Never
gosh. Oh my
fear.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Josie Grosty vomitrosis. Oh God. So eventually we go upstairs. Because Jason, I met Jason there.
Oh, the homie.
Yeah, and so go upstairs. So they're like, oh, it's supposed to be the dance floor is up here. So I'm like, oh, dance. Okay, fine. We about to, cut a little rug. I could do that, at a good hour because it closes at 10, which means I could be home by what? 10:30.
A good Christian hour.
Yep. So, but first there was these kids dancing like a dance troupe. So I was like, okay, the kids, the cheering is, doing, these kids are all right. But then they started playing, the tunes. But then we kept listening and then we realized they were playing clean versions of songs. And I was like, what? And then we all looked around and realized it was a high school dance.
You thought.
Because we're dancing, I'm going off to, Get Money by Junior Mafia, which I didn't think the children danced to, in 2018.
You wanna sit more on my living room floor, play Nintendo with Seasonino, pick up my phone, say Papa not home, all night, mad in the morning, spin my V, smoke on my...
You thought...
Yeah, I thought they listened to what do the youth listen to? Emoji stuff.
Oh yeah, Noah listens to Brooklyn Queen.
Block Boy. That's a coon chillin' rapper.
Lil Baby. I keep hearing about this Lil Baby nigga.
Who's that?
Lil Baby. Ace Boogie with the hoodie.
I know who that is because they were on Jesus and Miro.
Young Yachi.
Lil Yachty.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That I knew. That I do know. Because I like Minnesota. And I don't think I like it. I just think it just gets stuck in my head.
It sounds like a piano lesson. I don't like it.
That's exactly. But he's actually very smart. He comes from a two-parent household.
I believe it.
And they're and they manage his money. His mom is very black and she looks like Vanessa Bell Calloway.
Yes.
And his father is a deacon or something. It's a thing.
Okay.
But yeah, and then I realized nigga, I'm probably the oldest one here.
I had that experience recently.
Oh my God. But I just walked into my personal hell. I'm going to, we in here, turn up, where's the bitches? And then I get hit with the rain down falling on me.
Let me be your bomber jacket in the fall. Timberland boots warm on your feet. Snug a dug, rubber dub in the what tub. Home away candles make me feel like I'm at home. Beachbody on demand gets me right.
For my man.
But there's no fright. Because it's free. Free like me, the black bird. Say word, scent bird. When I want to smell all right. In the sun. Oops.
Hotep, my sister. Hotep.
Yeah, I'm a 5%er.
I don't eat pork, but let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese.
That's it. With pork bacon. Thank you. I don't eat pork like that.
Did I ever tell you my Illidale fantasy?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Oh, God.
Many moons ago, you told all of us about your Illidale fantasy.
Yeah.
One day we'll bring that back for a spoken word episode.
Yeah. Oh, God, no. Are you trying to kill me off? Are you trying to fire me as a host?
No.
I'm like, because you're trying to kill me. It's like all this spoken word is around me because I don't know where it's happening. Like, where is this resurgence? Like, I get
they're trying to resurrect the 90s?
And I get invites to, like, Nuyorican Soul Cafe and shit.
Yeah, nigga, I walked into Urban Outfitters and it was nothing but crushed velvet and chokers and platform shoes and Tommy Hilfiger, you know what I'm saying, boxers with baggy jeans and sports bras. Like, I was like, oh.
I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need.
Okay.
All this shit that I wore because, and it's like we're moving through the decade very quickly because I remember like 3 months ago they were in like 92. I went in Urban Outfitters the other day, they're in like 96 now.
I'm telling you, they had now they're doing the spaghetti strap dresses with the baby t-shirts underneath. It looked like the Delia's catalog.
Oh wow.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah. Because like a few months ago, it was like the denim shorts, the obnoxious Gucci or like shirt or whatever, almost like cross colors ish, and then the old Ralph Lauren stuff, and then last week or so now it's like they have like the Chandler Bing shirts.
Before you know it, we're gonna be seeing some Carl Kanai, some Nautica.
Oh my god! And they're gonna try to bring back swing.
Oh, that's never died amongst the jazz community.
But like, well, you remember how they made like bluegrass a thing for a minute in the 90s? So that might come back.
Yeah, well,
so it's gonna be like,
I won't be a part.
But they're gonna try to blend it. It's gonna be like some bluegrass artist with like
a Cardi B verse.
Yeah. Or like J Rock or something. No,
Kendrick
Pusha
Lamar.
T.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
or
gonna
Drake.
happen. Drake, yeah.
Drake's gonna bring back
Drake
bluegrass.
right.
Y'all know he loves to adapt a genre.
I'm waiting to see what he does now. I think he's gonna bring back those Indian beats. I feel like that's gonna happen.
Oh, he's about to get his Timberland on.
Yeah, remember when Punjabi MC
Yep.
came out? That's what,
Yeah, that was my jam.
That's the same. I loved all that music from the era. I was like, yeah, I'm down.
We in there have money. I was like, this is problematic.
Yeah.
We in there have money.
Right. And then in the video they had like Middle Eastern people with like the rap on and then like
problematic.
They were trying to like recreate an MIA video. You remember the Bad Girls video, the MIA, when she was like, it was like 90 niggas on a tipping Toyota Corolla.
Yep.
Chain hits my head when I'm banging on the dash. Oh, she's canceled actually.
Mm-hmm. Damn. That's why I don't have much to say when she's brought up.
Damn.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. It's just, you know, when you're high, everything is like elongated. So it's like, I was like, damn, bitch, you've been blowing your nose for like 10 minutes.
I'm both keeping my woodbine.
I'm so hungry.
Same.
And I said I wasn't gonna be hungry because I had this Jamaican food and it was it was good. It was just overly spicy.
Like, was it really overly spicy or was it overly spicy?
No, it was hot. I can handle spice. The problem is I can't digest it. That's the problem.
Okay.
Spicy, high heat is not the problem for me.
Oh, bitch.
It's what happens during or after I eat it. And my heart, you know, the heartburn, girl, this 30 plus shit.
Acid reflux.
Girl.
I told you I was filming something and I was the oldest person there. They're like, how old are you? I was like, 30 and some change. What's up? They were like, "Word, you don't even look at you." They were like, I was like, "Yeah, nigga, I know." I appreciate that.
30 plus. It's the ghetto.
But Noah is quickly reminding me that she's growing into a kid, so as she gets older, I get older. So she's starting to inquire about where babies come from.
Oh.
So I come back from LA and I'm about to leave for work the next morning, and she's home because it's election day. So as I'm putting my shoes on and stuff, she's like, oh, she's watching Nightmare Before Christmas. She's very dark. So she's watching Nightmare Before Christmas. I know, so wonderful. Yeah. So she was like, "Mommy, have you seen this movie?" I said, "Yeah, it came out when I was, I guess it came out when I was a kid."
Yeah, we were kids. But
like an older kid though, like 10.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yeah, it came out when I was a kid or whatever." She was like, "Yeah, do you remember who the boogeyman is?" I said, "Nah, I don't remember," or whatever. So she was like, "Wait, it came out when you were a kid?" I said, "Yeah." So I was a baby? I said, "No, that's not quite how that works." I was like, "You weren't thought of yet because I hadn't met Daddy yet." Like, Daddy was still a kid in Trinidad. "Wait, so if you were a kid, I wasn't a baby." She's like, "So when did you buy me?"
Oh my god.
So I called Tristan, and he was like, "Oh, yo, this weekend," he was like, "she asked me where we got her from." And I was like, "Okay, so it's about that time." So today's Friday.
What did you buy me?
Tonight, we're going to watch Look Who's Talking. Look Who's Talking.
Yeah, it's Look Who's Talking.
Look Who's Talking.
Look Who's Talking 2 is
the kid, the dogs. We're going to watch Look Who's Talking, and I ordered some books, and we're going to have a very candid conversation, but I still want it to be age appropriate, but still direct and to the point. So.
Ooh.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above and a thing called love. Let me tell you about the stars in the sky and the girl.
This is why, reason number 478, why I will not be having children. Because I told you, my mother didn't have that. I don't know if, I mean, like, we never had, like, I don't know if I ever asked her, like, where babies come from. I don't think I ever did.
I don't know.
I didn't.
I'm sure.
I have a very keen memory.
I'm sure we all did.
I don't know. I was very smart, and so I was like super precocious. So I was kind of like, I figured they came from mommy and daddy. But like my mother never did like the sex ed talk with me. So I just know, like, I don't know. I said this on Instagram Live because I was like, kids require not only you have to raise their child, you have to like. You have to parent defensively, because it's like, you know, you're trying to teach try to teach them to be better than you, but also you got to combat all these other people who think they're better than your kid, or they're trying to do the same thing. However, their values may not align with yours, and it's just a whole bunch of shit. Yes. So like, but then I was like, then I have to like be super, like, even more responsible, like, to make sure that they're, like, raised the right way. And I'm like, nigga, I don't even, like, I just became an adult, like, 2 years ago. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just, like, absolutely not.
Kids
I don't
will
know.
make you old.
And kids will ask me, like, where do babies from? Nigga, I'm not even too sure, and I'm 32.
You're like, ew, the ghetto, that's where they come
from. Daddy, where do babies come from? The ghetto.
Nah, kids will
and I'm like,
bring you back to reality.
I have no idea. And then I think about, like, what if my kid wants to be gay and shit? And see, like, and I have no issue with my child being gay, obvi. But it's like, I gotta teach them, like, how to, like, fleet.
Oh, God.
Because I don't want them to learn that shit from anywhere else.
I mean, that's really what it is. You don't want them to learn from the raggedy little people around.
Right, because then I'm just like, oh, God, now my kid's a sissy. Now I got to be like, we got to be friends now. It's just like, because that's the only way you're going to get in trust. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just a whole, like, it's just like, how do you have an honest conversation with your child about anal?
Well, right now I don't have to think about that.
That's my thing. You don't have to. But, like, if you had a son, 16, and they're like, Ma, I like boys, what do you do?
Well, first and foremost,
outside
right.
of, you know, we love you for who you are, it doesn't matter, yada, yada, yada. But when they start asking you shit like, well,
that's where you got to start talking to them with the honesty. So listen, son, if this is what you're gonna do, you're gonna do it right. Because I'm not raising no little skid mark.
Yeah. Right.
First and foremost, go talk to your Uncle XD.
Right. I am not raising a Picasso.
No, sir. No Michelangelos over here.
It's like, oh shit! I have to talk to my kid about taking it up the butt. That is so wild to me.
I'll talk to your kid about taking it up the butt, and you talk to mine.
Yeah, but my well, I get it,
but you know,
I get it. But it's also like it's just like wow, these kids. You're responsible for way more than just keeping them alive. You're responsible for like their entire being, and that is too much power.
You know what else you're responsible for? Your personal anger and self-control. I have another story.
Okay.
So I picked Noah up from school today, and so, you know, I'm a little late. Grab her. We're running out. So as I get outside, a mother approaches me of one of the girls in her class. And this particular kid is, she has a few behavioral issues.
Okay.
You know, she has a few behavioral issues, and I think maybe, yes. So, the mother's like, and the teachers at this point were getting ready to go into a meeting, which is why they didn't tell me, but they did email me later, just in case anybody's like, why the teacher didn't tell you? So the mother approaches me, and she's like, we had a little incident today. I don't know if you heard.
What kind of little incident?
I was like, nah, I didn't hear. What's up? What happened? And then Noah comes out. So the mother's like, we had a little, and so I'm like, what happened? Before anybody could say anything, Noah's like, she punched me. I said, so immediately I'm like,
I just had this conversation with Chris.
I had to reel it in super fast. Like, okay, so this kid is a kid. Okay, so then I was secretly hoping to hear that Noah punched her back. But, so I'm like, what happened? I'm trying to handle this as diplomatic, responsible. It's a small school, so like, you know, we're trying to handle this as best as possible. What happened? Noah's like, she punched me. And I said, I don't care. And I was like, wait, what? Okay, there's a lot missing in this story. So basically what happened was another little girl was they dance and they play together. So in their playtime, they like, you know, have little dance classes because most of them go to dance class on the weekend and stuff like that. So one little girl is teaching dance, like ballet. So Noah and the other little girls are doing it with her. Well, this other child gets upset that the attention is not on her. The mother said this to me too. So she's like, and this is not the first time I've heard of this kind of behavior because of that. So she's like, she's like, who wants to come to my karate class? And everybody's like, not me. And they go back to their ballet. So I'm sorry, that was funny to me. Yeah. I was like, yo, kids are shady. Yeah, so like, everyone's like, not me. I don't want to go to your karate class. Back to this ballet though. Yeah. So the little girl gets mad, throws a tantrum, and like starts arguing with the other child who's teaching the ballet. And I guess she hit her, or she like she'll wild out. So she hit her or whatever. She hit some other kids, and here comes Noah. You need to calm down. you need to calm down. These are her exact words. Because I was like, Noah, how did you get involved? She goes, because I told her to calm down.
My queen.
She's like, you need to calm down. So the little girl don't like it, and she punches Noah. And Noah said, you can punch me. I don't care. But you need to calm down. So that's what happened with that. I guess the teachers did try to restrain the child. And so the mother tells me the story. And the kids tell me the story. So I'm saying, how is the best way to handle this right now? Because you discipline much different than I do. Because the mother's solution was, well, sometimes she gets a little angry and she's still working on managing her anger. So we've decided we're going to bring a pillow to school that she can punch when she gets angry. So, of course, I'm sitting there in my head like,
bitch, what?
What the fuck kind of shit is this? No, you need to take her to a therapist and whatever else. She can't be running around here hitting people. So I said, no, I can't say everything that's in my head. So how do I handle this as diplomatic as possible? They're in this class of 10 kids together. How are we going to handle this where I don't create friction for Noah. It doesn't cause problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I've been down to I said, if you don't mind, I'd like to speak to your child for a second. So she's like, please. So I've been down and I say, hey, so people like you and me, we get mad. I said, and sometimes we want to hit people when we get mad. I said, but one day somebody's going to hit you back. I was like, I think it's best when you get angry to take a walk and get yourself together so that you are not taking it out on people who do not deserve it, because it is not okay for anybody to be putting their hands on anybody else. So the mother was like, she's right. I'm like, yes, the buck. I know, bitch. So then I turned to Noah and I'm like, Noah, half of the issues in this world are because people don't mind their own business. I was like, so if she wants to wild out over there on somebody else, you let the teacher handle it. Don't you try to get involved. So we leave. And then I have another conversation in the car. And I said, listen, it ain't okay for anybody to put their hands on you. Now, I don't want you running around here fighting. And I'm going to tell you, just like Poppy told me, if you hit somebody first and you start a fight with somebody, then I'm going to get on you. But if you're defending yourself, I'm not going to say nothing about that. I was like, if somebody hits you, talk to the teacher and tell them. I said, but if you have every right to defend yourself. So you have every right to hit somebody back if they put their hands on you. And she's like, so I can choke them? I was like, jumping from 1 to 100. But not quite. But it is okay. I was like, you can defend yourself because you don't have to stand there and take it when anybody puts their hands on you. You don't have to do that. If anybody comes in your personal space, you don't have to deal with that. So she's like, okay, all right. Like a bet. I got it. So that was some more parenting that I had to learn how to do on the spot. Yeah, nigga, it's getting real out here.
I was just having this conversation because basically we were talking about kids, things came up, and we both were like, we don't want children, so that's fine. And I was like, there's a real reason why, though, because it's like that exact same scenario. You go to, they have school, or God forbid, they want to, do shit like gymnastics or, soccer. Mm-hmm. It's just like, oh, fuck, my kid wants to be popular. Now I have to be a part and shit, because you don't want to be a fucking loser.
You don't want to have no conversation.
Right. You got to... And anyway, and then so, your kid is going to be amazing because, hello, it's my fucking kid. Why wouldn't it be amazing? And they're on a team sport, but this this stupid parent's kid fucking
It's not
sucks.
amazing.
Sucks and is bringing the fucking team down. So then I'm going to be upset as a parent. I'm going to curse the kid out because I don't
do
have
that.
any boundaries or anything. Because it's like, what? Just because you're
you
5
learned
doesn't
them.
mean you're a people. But then I'm like, and then I got to curse the parent out for like putting like their stupid kid in this sport they suck at. And I'm like, they don't even want to be here. Let's make them a mathlete. Like, get them off.
Fran was like, what would you have done if the kid hit you? First of all, she's such a troll. She's like, what would you have done if the kid hit you? I said, I would have hit the mama.
But see, I don't have that kind of filter. Like, if a kid hit me, square up.
Yeah, I remember when my mom tried to square up with this kid who hit my sister. He was like 7. And she was towering over him. She was like, I will stomp you into the concrete. Do you hear me? Little nigga, put your hands on my kid again. I was like, yeah, that's my mom. I'm going to do it too.
Right. But like, that's like shit I gotta worry about. And then I'm like, fuck, then I can't go to jail because they need me. And it's
Yeah,
just like,
man. And then you got to think about your kid because you don't want your kid like being the kid known for their mama fighting somebody else's mom. Like it's like a whole.
I don't care about that. But like,
no, you do because
it's all
you
for good reason. It's
I
for
know,
them.
but they go to school and they got to deal with the repercussions
So
of
that
you
means
wilding
they
out.
could be like, yo, my mama's a gangster. She'll fuck
I mean,
you
that's
up
how
too.
I was. However, because Noah's school is very peaceful and they try to handle things democratically. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I don't want to cause no waves for my kid.
No waves, no smoke, no beef.
But
no
we're still
tea.
going to make ourselves very clear because I know my face was very clear and my tone was very clear about what we're not going to be doing in the future.
Right.
And the mother saw it. She said, maybe after they like really work it out, we can have a play date. I was like, we can talk about that in the future. But right now, let's work on her.
Niggas always want to do a collab when they in the wrong. They always want to do a collab when they suck.
You can't be on the track.
Right.
Like
That's why Fab got Lil Uzi on Goyard back. Cause it's like, nigga, how the fuck y'all end up together? That don't make no sense.
I'm telling you.
But like parenting is so hard.
It's the ghetto.
I really don't know like
It's like the bad good place. Because you have some really quality moments with your kids, but goddamn it, you have to jump a hurdle and really work it out and figure it out along the way. Shit is real. Like, you want to know where babies come from? All right, we got to have this conversation.
How do you even do that?
Or when they start like reading and spelling. She's like, are you watching Power? I'm like, it's paused. How do you know that? You're not supposed to be in here. How did you get here? She's like, is that called Power? And then she would see it in the train station. That's the show you and Daddy watch. I'm like, shut up. Don't tell everybody on this train I'm a real nigga.
But they ought not forget.
Listen, you remember where she was little and Tristan used to play the Game of Thrones music and she would be like, Thrones. Terrible parents. Terrible parents.
I think you guys are doing fine. I just don't know about other people's parenting. Like that's some shit that's so fucking wild. I'd be like, ooh, I'm going to jail. Period.
I know you're supposed to respect. Period. I know you're supposed to respect other people's like differences and
fuck that.
But I'm like, when you tell me that the solution is for your kid to bring a pillow to the school and punch it, I really want to question everything that you believe in. I'm like, wait a minute.
Maybe you could do that in therapy in a designated time.
That's why I'm like, no, teach her a little ass lesson.
She can have a punching bag in therapy, not at school.
So she was like, so I can choke her? Yes, teach her a lesson, but let go. No, I didn't say that. It's just like, no. She's so dark. Oh, she's such a dark child. The first book she came home from the library with was like zombies versus plants. I was like, Noah, what is this? She's like, I rented it. It's a library book.
Yes.
Yo, you are so dark, child.
Yes.
She loved all dark. The Descendants.
Yeah, I know.
She loved the Descendants, the Vampirina, the fucking Nightmare Before Christmas. If it got zombies or dead people in it, she's about it. She's like, what? Hell yeah. So today when she got her face painted at school, what are you? This half is a cat and this half is a scary cat.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. All right, girl.
Yes. I stand.
She's a piece of work.
Oh my goodness.
What else happened to you? Anything?
I'm trying to think. I got really high. I made eggnog.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
No more heavy cream.
I know. What else?
Oh, you should try it with coconut milk. Yeah.
You done did something there.
It's almost gonna be like a coquito.
Yeah.
Because you could put you could put coconut milk as the base instead of half and half, and then you could put just a little bit of coconut cream to give it some of that coconut sweetness, and then your sugars and brown sugar, cinnamon, and all of that.
Yeah.
Nigga, yeah, try it.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
You might not even need the eggs.
Right.
If you do it with coconut, because they make vegan eggnog, so.
Yeah. Because I've had almond eggnog before.
Yeah.
That was good. Anyway, y'all, it's time to go.
So that was story time.
Yeah. Little stories. Thanks for listening.
What should we call this? What was something that was like a whole collective? The Twilight Zone. It was a collective. Anytime it's with white people, it's the Twilight Zone.
Ooh, exactly. Like the fucking election.
Shout out to our 19 black judges in Texas.
Yes.
And also all of our new radical women members of the House.
Yeah, and some states, first openly gay governor in Colorado.
Native American.
The black gay state Congress person in Philadelphia. And I think his senator is also gay. The Muslim women who are in Congress now. They're going to be Mike Pence's going to be so pissed when he's going to have to do that swearing in on a Quran. He's going to be so mad. I hope he melts.
I hope he melts and his teeth come out of his head.
Yeah, like, oh, God. I'm excited for,
Yeah, maybe he'll blow up.
He will.
On site.
Yeah, he will. Yes, he will. Right. Ooh. Yeah, congrats to all the, the Dems won the House. I mean, it's a small victory. Well, it's a big victory actually, but
we still have to do better.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got for today.
We'll see you all next week.
Bye.
This episode of Jade and Dexty was produced by Abraham Kevin Quezada.
So, what else? Is there any other, okay, you said you went somewhere. Is there something are we doing stuff? No, right?
Oh, the merch.
Oh, yes. Oh, and Chris created, right. God damn it.
Let me just take a bite.
Let me get some.
Because I'm starving.
I was going to take,
Oh my God.
There we go. Blood clot, Chloe.
Let me just chew these right quick before we start this. Because a nigga is OD starving.
Abe is just figuring out this part.
Right? Sorry. Had to take a Cheeto break.
Yeah. We should do ASMR videos. But my name is Janet Jackson. This is my regular speaking voice.
My name is New Mariah Carey. This. You're not speaking Spanish. Go.
Oh, that's what that was.
Close the door.
That's what that was.
Yeah. Talking about brah. Like, nigga, that's a sound effect, not Spanish.
Oh my god. We have to stop this anywhere.
Oh god.
I'm tired.
Because I'm tired of my thighs.
Big boob.
Big boob. Like,
Brandon, shut up.
Mine do.
Okay.
A pair of jeans just ripped the other day.
Nigga, I'm not talking about your thighs whispering to each other. These are full-blown conversations.
My thighs are at conference.
Right, okay. Dead talking every day.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah, we were doing Sunbird.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's okay. Get that snot out.
Oh, I'm trying.
Get the snot out. Get the snot out. Get the snot out. Get the snot out. I'm doing go-go. Get the snot out. Get the snot out. You have snot on your nose. You have snot on your nose. You have a book on your nose. Book it. Oh, I'm doing Nola things. What am I? I'm doing bounce.
Is it gone?
Nola, you got a book on your face. Book on your face. On your face. Oh my gosh, I am so talented.
Same.
Introducing touch-free payments from PayPal, a safe way for your customers to pay. Whether you're a market seller,
I'll take 2 tomatoes and a cucumber.
poodle pamperer, piano tuner, or plumber. Signing up to accept touch-free payments for your business is easy. Simply download the PayPal app and display your own unique QR code for your customers to scan. Touch-free QR code payments. No seller fees until 2021. Not applicable to PayPal Here transactions. Other fees may apply. Shop safe with PayPal.
Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings. Eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.